I actually had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I was going through chemotherapy. This stuff was destroying my body. Throughout my chemotherapy treatment, my condition kept getting worse, getting worse, getting worse. I was sick, I was losing my hair, I couldn't go to the bathroom. Condition kept getting worse, getting worse, getting worse. They actually had to postpone my last chemotherapy treatment. I come back 2 weeks later, I basically, I broke down crying because I wanted to get done with that stuff. It's toxic, destroys your body. Condition kept getting worse. Once you're in the medical system, you kind of have to go through with it because they take control of your life and they don't really give you many options, honestly. Condition kept getting worse. I came out of that. I went back to the nutritionist chiropractor, and he taught me how the body heals. Started getting me on very potent nutrition, raw fruits and vegetables. These foods, over a month and a week, increased my health and my condition significantly. It's been about 7 years now. I'm a cancer survivor.
Hello everybody, it's Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show, and we have another amazing healing story for you today. Not only is this man a cancer survivor, he went through this situation when he was just 15 years old. Can you imagine the doctors trying to kill this young man with their chemotherapy and all their other drugs? And they call it side effects. It's not side effects, it's direct effects. This man, 15 years old, and he had the knowledge to seek the natural means that our Creator gave us to heal, to eliminate what caused the problem, to change your lifestyle, to start eating a healthier diet and living a healthy life. He's just another great example that if you eliminate the cause and you start replacing it with the way we were designed to live and eat, you too can overcome cancer and every other disease. Listen today on the Raw Life Health Show to his amazing story.
This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life.
Hello everybody, here we are again with another amazing story. If I would have heard there's about 1 or 2 people getting better from cancer, changing their diet, I would have said, well, there's all these exceptions to the rule. But the rule is, and the fact is, that many people are getting cured by eliminating what caused the problem and replacing it with the food we were designed to eat. And today we have another amazing story for you. His name's Kevin, and he's going to give you his story right now.
I'm a cancer survivor. It's been about 7 years now. And there's a few people I give credit to, because I originally started off doing the conventional stuff, and it wasn't, I actually had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and the cancer itself medically is considered very aggressive but very easy to treat. But the fact is, I was going through chemotherapy. This stuff was destroying my body. I was sick, I was losing my hair, I couldn't go to the bathroom. So midway through my treatment, I actually started going to a chiropractor. I started reading books about raw food. So I started learning more and more information. So halfway through my chemotherapy, I met an amazing chiropractor and a nutritionist, and he started teaching me about raw food principles, just real food. And he gave me a few things to help speed up the process, some enzymes, stuff like that really helped me get moving again, helped me deal with a lot of these side effects. But actually, throughout my chemotherapy treatment, my condition kept getting worse, and by the last treatment, my blood was so bad, my hemoglobin count was at like a 7 or 8. And the average is about 12 to 14, and very high count is about 18. And so my hemoglobin was severely depleted, and I was actually breaking out with cold sores, shingles, all kinds of crazy stuff associated with a decreased immune system. And so what happened, they actually had to postpone my last chemotherapy treatment. I come back 2 weeks later, I basically, I broke down crying because I wanted to get done with that stuff. It's toxic, destroys your body. So I was out of that, and I went through the last treatment, I was done. I went back to the doctor because I had so much results just managing my symptoms, because that's all he could really do. Once you're in the medical system, you kind of have to go through with it, because they take control of your life and they don't really give you many options, honestly. But I came out of that, I went back to the nutritionist chiropractor, and he taught me how the body heals, started getting me on very potent nutrition, raw fruits and vegetables, all kinds of great stuff. I started shopping at Harry's Farmers Market down in Georgia, where I'm from. I also started pounding down all kinds of very dense nutrition. I started doing spirulina, chlorella, wheatgrass, barley grass, these very high chlorophyll foods. And these foods, over a month and a week, increased my health and my condition significantly. I actually went back to the oncologist, and they measured my blood, and they had to check it again because my hemoglobin and my white blood cell count were so high, they thought it was wrong. The hemoglobin was up to 18.6, which the doctor said, like, wow, this is amazing. We actually, cross-country runners in the Olympics blood doped to try to get here, and coming up from 7 in a month was, he's never seen it before. And then another concern of theirs was the white blood cell count, which my immune system was very active. They're concerned because, they thought I had leukemia, and the chemotherapy from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma has actually been associated with increased risk of leukemia. So that was a major concern. They had to bring a specialist in to actually check my blood and make sure everything was fine, which it was. So after that, my mom was with me at the time. I was only 15 at the time. My mom was ecstatic. We walked out of there and never went back because we were so happy that we had these results. Okay, well, the treatment itself, the chemotherapy, I had 13 segments, so basically, and they would switch off every week. It was very different for me. So one week, I go in, I have a big treatment. I'd be there like literally sunrise to sunset. I barely even see the sun. I'd be in the hospital all day. And then there's certain days I'd go in, they just give me an injection and a few pills. So it was very different. It was layered. My entire treatment probably was half a year, but then they make you stay on a few other drugs after that. Very potent antibiotics, steroids, all kinds of stuff with their own list of side effects. So.
And how old are you now?
I'm actually 23 right now.
So this is like 8 years ago, and since you've gotten onto the healthy lifestyle, have you had any issues with this health challenge?
Well, no, I'm completely free of cancer. Completely free of cancer. I've had other issues that I've been dealing with associated with the antibiotics and other things. My liver, I had some liver toxicity going on. A lot of things that I've had to get out, but I've slowly been getting better and better and better, learning more and more, trying different things, experimenting, educating myself. And I'm completely healthy. My cholesterol levels are perfect. Not that that's a huge factor if anybody reads into that, but just even, based on tests, based on my stamina and energy, everything's great.
You told the doctors what you were doing with your diet. What was their reaction?
Specifically, the oncologist, they talked about, honestly, they didn't tell me much about nutrition at all. We told them kind of what we were doing, told them we were working with a chiropractor and natural health stuff. They said, okay, that's great. We don't know much about that, though. They don't really recommend it. They don't really trash it. They're kind of in the middle. But, they saw the results. And a lot of these doctors do know. The oncologist, I'll give them credit for telling me. They did tell me to limit sugar, limit refined salt. And even my oncologist, he didn't say straight up avoid Diet Coke, but he said it's not benefiting you, so don't use it.
Great. And since you've been recovered, have you met other people who went through what you went through that you've actually advised about diet and health, who've actually applied it and got better themselves?
Yes, I have. I post stuff on Facebook. I actually have a blog. It's a wellness mashup. So WELLNESSMASHUP.com. And it's a new blog. I'm just getting started up, but I basically put a lot of resources on there. I'm local to Georgia, so if you're in Georgia, I have tons of local resources to help enable you to eat healthier. Local with companies that source organic food, fresh fruits and vegetables, even healthier meats if you eat meat, all kinds of different stuff. Local farmers, I archive a lot of different stuff, and even other sources, dental care. I have a link to an organization that basically has a list of dentists that are biological dentists. They don't use amalgam fillings. They use better alternatives for everything. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to enable people to make healthier choices. Keep searching, don't give up. I'll tell you a little bit more about my story, a little more in depth. I actually come from a medical family. My mother's whole side of the family worked for Hoffman LaRoche. Hoffman LaRoche is actually a big pharmaceutical company, like Tamiflu, Accutane, a lot of their big name drugs. So my mom did clinical trials for them. My uncle was a salesperson. My grandpa was actually a chemical engineer. He physically put the drugs together. My dad is a paramedic. I have an uncle who's a big medical doctor, very successful medical doctor. And so we came in with the medical mindset, you know, let's find a pill, let's go through chemotherapy, let's do all this stuff. But then my uncle actually moved out to Boulder, Colorado, started learning some things. In the meantime, through his life, gave my mom a number for a chiropractor down in Marietta, Georgia. I met up with him. His name is actually Dr. Heath Motley, an amazing doctor. He's actually practicing in the Philippines right now. But he taught me how to eat and live healthy. He taught me how the body heals, and that was huge. I mean, if you have cancer, and it's really, cancer, some people view it as a disease, but if you really look into the research, it's rather a genetic adaptation to a toxic or deficient environment. And if you address the cause of the disease, that deficiency, the toxicity, the body reverts back to how it's supposed to be. The body heals itself, and I really believe that. I've seen numerous people. I actually work for an amazing doctor right now, and I've actually met a man he's been going through chemotherapy for a brain tumor for 2 years, and it wasn't until he started changing his diet, correcting his nervous system, correcting other toxic and deficient components of his life. It doesn't necessarily have to be diet. It can be spiritual, it can be lack of exercise. Everything adds up. All disease essentially equates down to stress. It could be nerve and electrical stress, emotional stress, mental stress, chemical stress from nutrition or drugs, chlorine in your water. It can be everything. So you really have to limit your stress and your toxic load as much as possible, and really make the efforts to get the raw foods in, get those medicinal foods in that help boost your body, help boost your immune system, increase your energy levels, and help get that potent nutrition in, just to put your body in the best position to heal itself.
Great. Well, thank you very much for joining us on the Real Life Health Show.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
I told you this was an amazing story, and it's happening all over the place. We have to get away from the doctors, get away from the hospital, and start having faith that our Creator has given us the things that'll keep us healthy, and if we're sick, will make us healthy. Take the advice of this young man today. Take the encouragement and the inspiration of this young man today, and stop letting a doctor tell you what's best for you. Ladies and gentlemen, this was just another amazing video, and I'm so glad we had Kevin on the show today. If you have any comments or questions, post them below the video, and rest assured, whatever a doctor says, there's always a future and a hope. Thank you for joining us today on the Real Life Health Show. Have a great day and a great Raw Life.